Going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope y'all doing well. Saturday evening for us, so hope y'all been enjoying your weekend so far. But I was kind of watching the news earlier. I wouldn't say watching the news. I was online scrolling through some articles and just catching up with the world stuff, and something that caught my eye about the whole situation in Canada and you know what they got going on over there, and that's pretty sad. Now, I know our rules and our laws are different here and our rights and stuff, but in today's uh, age and world, we should be past that. Meaning, our rights have been established, obviously by our forefathers here in America. But when you consider the situations around the world, you'd figure that countries like Canada would be kind of aligned in some aspects, but obviously they're not. And that's pretty sad to read all of that and hear all of that, because when people talk about history, we don't learn from our own history, and history tends to repeat itself. Well, I mean, you look at that situation and what they're doing as far as the government taking away their rights and stuff, and you doing what they're doing in terms of the Second Amendment, for what we would have here, I guess, in their equivalation over there. I mean, that's just the start of it. When you have one person or a group of people that determines that, hey, you know what is the best interest for the whole population, you look at the past, look where that leads to, and that's something that's not right. Now, obviously, I can't speak for another country and what they do and stuff like that, but when you look at the whole situation in whole, when one country does it, the next one does it, and eventually it's just like a domino effect. Now, obviously, in our country here, there'd be a different situation, but you look at what they're doing there now, and you look at other countries and what happened. There's a reason for that, and usually ends up in total control from the government and what the people in power, what they want to do. So people don't realize that the government is not doing it for their best interest. Yeah, there may be situations that lead up to that, or whatever they claim that lead up to that make the decision or whatever. But regardless, that's what ends up happening. I have friends, and then also when I look at my parents, they are first generation immigrants here from Vietnam. And that's the thing. When you look at countries like that have been in civil wars and been in wars in general, usually the first thing to happen is they disarm the civilian population. When you do that, then you can make any law, because there's going to be no uprising. What are the people going to do? They may protest, they may throw rocks or whatever, but that's nothing in comparison to the firepower that the government has, right? And when the government realizes that, okay, hey, we have total control now, well, we can make any laws, we can tax people as much as we want, and that's what ends up happening, and people fail to realize that, if they allow their government to do this now, then in the future, there's more in the pipeline that's going to happen to them. Meaning they're going to be taxed until their living conditions are unbearable, because they're going to say, oh, well, the government needs to tax this or that or whatever the case is. It's in the best interest of the people. No, it's in the best interest of the elite in that country, so that way they can line their pockets even more, because they don't care about nobody else. I mean, that's just at the end of the day, these guys, I mean, we are human beings, and human being species has not changed in the thousands of years that we've been on this planet. It's all about greed, and that's the unfortunate side to it. So I'm just voicing my opinion on the situation, and it's sad to see that, and I just kind of want to put that out there. And it's really hard to hear that, especially, we may have our differences, but they are, at the end of the day, still our neighbors. And it hits kind of close to home that, there's a government out there that's doing that, especially that's near our borders. So, but, praying for them, and I don't know what their situation is going to be like, but yeah, just kind of want to touch base on that topic. So hope you're having a good weekend. So y'all take care.